Hello, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you for joining me for 20 minutes of connecting to breath and movement called Vinyasa Flow. Let's begin. We only have 20 minutes because, well, I only have 20 minutes, and I'm going to lead you through a practice that I'm doing as I instruct it. So, if my voice sounds, breathy or labored, it's because I'm in the trenches with you. Come into child's pose, please. Coming into child's pose with the knees, open them wide. Take your toes to touch behind you, and then send your hips back towards your feet. Rest your forehead down on the ground and your arms on the floor. Allow your elbows, your arms, palms, fingers to just soften right into the ground. Take in breath. Open your mouth really wide. Move the exhale out, or just open your mouth and let the exhale move out all by itself. Very slowly take breath in. Pause it. Now let go of it. Mouth wide open. The more you hand over all the exhalation, the more you're going to feel your body sink into the floor. The more you're going to feel for you. Take your arms right out in front of you. Your arms and your hands are a little tiny bit wider than shoulder width apart. Push straight down through the floor with palms and come up onto all fours. Take your right leg directly behind you, flexing your foot, toes are on the floor. So basically, the ball of your right foot's on the ground behind you. Your right leg needs to be squeezed right now. The front thigh presses up into the hamstring. The tailbone lengthens toward that back heel. Push that heel down and away from you. Notice how you engage the foot a little more, and it really brings you into your leg. Bring that knee back to the floor. Left side, straighten the leg behind you. Press straight back through the heel. Allow your eyes to take a peek at both wrists. Set them up so they're lined under your shoulders. Squeeze up your left thigh like crazy. By pushing through the foot, the leg will just kind of activate itself, and then you just add a little muscle action to it. Exhale, release the knee down. Curl the toes under. Find downward facing dog. Your right knee bends, your left heel goes toward the floor. You're not looking for perfection. You just got started, for one. And two, you're just looking to get a little bit of a stretch. Bend the left knee. As you breathe out, send the right heel toward the floor. Squeeze up the leg. And go ahead, pick up both heels. Take your feet really wide outside the edges of your mat, at the back of your mat. And just with your hands on the floor in front of you, come onto your fingertips. Turn the right toes out. Lunge deeply onto the right side. Push off through the right foot. Turn the left toes, lunge deeply left. Come back to center. Walk your feet back in. So they're parallel, meaning they're lined up to the edges of your mat. And you're just going to let your knees bend a little and then tilt your tailbone up and just push down through the floor with the heels while the tailbone just keeps lifting a little more toward the ceiling. Rock side to side, knees bend. Swing your hips over to the left. Swing your buttocks to the back wall and over to the right. Stay here for a moment on the right side as though you're pushing the outer side of your buttock and thigh toward the right wall. Swing your hips straight back to the wall behind them. And then press over to the left. Give a little bit here by pushing the outer edge of your left hip, your glute. Feel that? I do. Come back to center. I'm only walking you through and taking you into places that are tight, therefore that need a little bit of attention. Not critical attention. Well, critical, but in a nice way. Walk to the front edge of your mat, fold forward, ragdoll. Let your chest press onto your front thighs. Let your head soften more toward the floor. Take your shoulders purposely away from your ears. Move them back. Let your head shake out gently from side to side. Maybe a little circle or two, one direction, and then counter it. Land your eyes, land them right behind you. Bring your palms now to the tops of your feet. Press down into them. Push through the floor with the feet and legs and rise up to stand. You draw the belly in. Your tailbone lengthens toward the heels. Move your shoulders back. And then your arms come to the sides. Take a breath in. Take the arms up. Empty everything out as you fold forward. Knees bend, heart into thighs, breath coming through. Bring your palms to the shin bones, lift halfway up. Knees are bent, push your hips to the back wall, and with your palms into your front shins, get a little leverage to pull your spine just a little bit more to the front of the room. Take a breath in here. Exhale, fold again. Move your shoulders from your ears. Bring your hands to your hips. Strongly push through the floor with the legs and feet and rise up. Bring your feet together. Take in a breath in. Arms go up over your head. Just take the breath with you. Fold forward. Take a breath in. Send your exhale out, down dog. Feet are hip width apart. Take in a breath and let your right knee come to the floor. And let your left foot flatten on the floor behind your right leg. Your right shoulder is over your right wrist. And you open your chest, left arm goes up. Lengthen your tailbone toward your back heel. Stretch your upper arm toward the front of the room. Push the outer edge of your back foot into the wall behind you. That's the action. So you have stability in, therefore, more solid footing from the back foot. And from there, you stretch the arm. Bring your hand to the floor. Down dog. Exhale everything. Soften your left knee down on the floor. Flatten your right foot behind it. Lengthen the tailbone toward the back foot. Open your chest to the right. Right arm goes up. Stretch your upper arm over your head. Palm faces the floor. Remember, the outer edge of the back foot gets a little bit of pressing. And then the arm lengthens away from your back foot. So your back foot is your foundation and your back leg is your foundation. And then you get a little stretch from there. And it'll be in the perfect amount. Bring your arm back down to the floor. Breathe out. Take in a breath. Shift back to down dog on the exhalation. Take in a breath. Exhale it. Go right to the front edge of your mat. Feet together. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold forward. Chest drapes over the thighs. Exhale. Rise up on a breath in. That inhale gets you to stand up, and the more breath you take in, the taller you stand. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Hips back, heart pulling to the front of the room. Halfway lift. Exhale to plank position. Take in a breath in high push up and lift your gaze to look out in front of you. Not down on the floor, but a little ahead. Move your shoulders towards your hips. Push back through your feet. Squeeze your legs. Rock forward. Breathe out lower. Breath comes into half cobra or up facing. Tops of the feet on the ground. Palms push down into the floor to get your chest a little higher and shoulders back. Pull back as you breathe out, down dog. Breath comes in. Breath clears. Please walk, feet to hands. Halfway. Empty out, fold. Push through the floor with the feet and legs so you're well anchored when you go to stand up. The more anchored you are in the lower body, the less likely you'll be to topple over. Therefore, stability. Reach high. Exhale, bow. Bring your hands to your hips. Exhale everything, rise up. Slowly breathing in as you come to stand. Bend your knees. Press more weight into your heels and pull up all 10 toes off the ground. Tilt your tailbone towards your heels and pull in the belly. From there, let your arms and chest go higher. Let your exhale sink your hips a little lower and back. Full breath in. Squeeze up your thighs. Powerhouse in the lower body, more grounded all day. Sink lower. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, chest to thighs. Your head drops, but your hips pick up. Halfway, breathe in. Exhale, back to plank position. Shoulders over the wrists, hugging the core. Look ahead, rock forward, breathe in. Empty out, lower. When all the air is empty, draw a breath in, up dog. Move it all out, down dog. Right foot steps forward. Back foot presses flat. Rise up into warrior one. Your arms come right over your head. The palms face each other. Your eyes are eye level. Breathe here. And as you exhale, press your right knee open to the baby toe edge of your foot. The front knee is over the ankle, over the heel. As you're reaching up, remember to push down into both feet. It'll take pressure off your back. Exhale, hands to your heart. Wear your eyes, breathe in. Exhale again, warrior two. Right knee presses open. Arms are lengthening over both legs. Your eyes are over your right middle finger, and maybe your shoulders are hiked up around your ears. Come down a notch with the shoulders. Let your belly draw up and in. Take your back arm, wrap it around your back. Flip your right palm, reverse your warrior right up. Push into both feet. Use your exhalation to bring the right arm to your right thigh. Press open through the right knee. Roll the chest to the ceiling. Your arms around your back, but in a way that's comfortable. And where you're not comfortable, you exhale out there. And you'll free the energy of discomfort, and it'll relax you. Bring your hands to the floor. Go to high plank and lower. Up facing. downward. Bend your left knee, take your left foot forward. Ground down through the back foot, squeeze the back leg, rise up on a breath in. Bring your knee a little more to the baby toe edge, press it open. Feel both of your feet making contact with the floor. Let your exhale pull your palms strongly right to your heart, maybe a little below. Nudge your left knee open a little more. Remember the knees over the ankle. And then just open your heart, open your hips to the right wall. Front arms over your left leg. Both palms face to the ground. Nudge your left knee more. And then take your right arm, wrap it around your back. Flip your left arm, reverse warrior as you breathe in. Push through both feet. Notice it activates your legs. Breathe in again. Your exhalation takes your left arm to your left thigh. Your upper arm can go over your head. Remember earlier I said outer edge of the back foot. Gently press it like it's flush against the back wall. Or exhale, wrap your arm around your back. Take in one more breath. Make sure you're not sinking and collapsing into that bottom shoulder. Press the arm down so it lifts your chest up. And spin your heart to the ceiling as you press your left knee open more. Release. High plank. Lower. Up. Press back, down dog. Taking your knees to the floor. Make your way out onto your back. And on your back, knees are hip width apart, feet hip width. So you set it up for bridge. And it's really easy. You press down through the feet again like I taught you. You feel the feet push down and your hips go up a little bit. And you lengthen your tailbone toward the backs of your knees. And then interlace your arms underneath you. Or interlace your hands. Your arms are underneath your shoulder blades. Push down into the back of your head gently, and your shoulders and arms, and your feet. Full breath in. Press your heart towards your chin. Hips away. Release the arms, come down. Full breath in. Open your mouth nice and wide. Take another one. Bridge or set up for wheel. Set up for a back bend if you're familiar. Remember, press through the feet, be in your legs. You want that power to come from your legs, which will make your whole upper body, your spine, feel safer. Exhale, come down. Go for one more, bridge or wheel. Take in a full breath. Sigh it out. Here you go. Bridge or wheel, go for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. And breathe out. And then go ahead and just bring your knees softly to touch. Feet wide apart. Now take and draw your knees to your chest. Exhale everything as you squeeze them towards you. Rock on up to flat feet. As you rock up to flat feet, take boat pose. Legs are up in the air. You can hug the backs of your thighs or knees. But you want to lift out of your low back, just suck in your belly. Press your belly towards your spine. And your heart towards your legs. Bend the knees, bring the feet toward the floor. Roll back onto your back. Take your arms over your head. Take your right leg, knee bent, across your body. If it's possible, take your right arm down and then reach back and grab your left foot from the back. So you bend your left knee, catch your foot, and you just press your back foot into your palm while you press your chest toward that left wall. Release, come on back. Both legs out in front of you. Take the left knee up, take it across. Take a twist as you breathe out. Bend your right knee, catch your foot, the top of your foot, catch it with your left hand. Push into it while your heart and hips go to the front of the wall you're facing. Maybe you look over your left shoulder. Come on back. Hug both knees to your chest. Please gently rock side to side. Take your feet up in the air. Your ankles line up over your knee joints. Happy baby. Grab the outer edges of your legs. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Feel your low back lengthen toward the front of your mat. Feel your chin press towards your chest and your shoulders into the floor. Every breath in, you let up on the holding of the legs. Every exhale, gently, kindly draw your knees and thighs a little closer toward the floor. Remember to keep lengthening your low back toward the front edge of the mat. So technically that was dead bug. And now take it into happy baby. Just hold on to the backs of your legs or the outer edges of your legs or feet and let your hips rock gently. Let the rocking soothe you from the inside out. Let your hips rock side to side. Bring your knees together. Hug them to your chest and then roll all the way to your right. Curl up in a nice little ball with your right arm under your head for a pillow. No efforts to your breathing. If anything, move the air out. And let the breath come in on its own and go away on its own. You release tension, you open up the upper back, you open up the back of the body. You have more clearing and space for a breath in to find you, to show up for you. You release the exhalations fully, freely. They'll release the tension. They'll release the excess. They will quiet the mind. So the practice will always work on you from the inside out. Namaste, but stay as long as you like. Take it easy, my friend. Be kind to yourself.